Well, hello. This is Rochelle, and thank you for joining me here at the Creative Retreat YouTube channel. I'm so awestruck, just absolutely in awe of who God is in our lives, and that really and truly He fights for us, He's got our backs. We just need to trust. And the devotion this month is all about looking up to Him, fixing our eyes on Him, looking up and trusting in Him. And so I'm journaling in 2 Chronicles 20 and verse 12. And I've got the amazing pleasure of having the kit for the first time in quite a while, the physical kit. So I'm really just using all the stuff. I'm actually so in two minds because I want to use it all on one page. In the end, just decided to make a little bit of a background, coloring in with my pencils, and I used just some shavings from sharpening it and rubbed those over the page. It just really kind of made me feel like a kid again. I used to do this in school last, just use the shavings to color a page, and it gives this lovely smooth kind of background. And that's just all I wanted to do. I think maybe it's the look up child that made me feel like the child in me again. But I do want to read you the verse. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 12 says, "For we have no power against this great multitude that is coming against us, nor do we know what to do, but our eyes are on you." I love that. So then after the pencil shavings, I'm taking the gelato, scribbling it onto a non-stick palette, and then picking it up with a makeup foundation contour brush. This stencil is so cool. You can turn it around, use either direction of it depending on where you want it, and then layer it, and it just becomes this instant cloud cluster, which I really thoroughly love. Now with gelatos, I like to heat set them just in case I do want to work on over them. When you heat set them, they literally just kind of melt into the page. And especially if you have a very fine stencil and the gelatos have kind of left a layer or a thicker ridge, it's good to heat set it so that you know that it won't transfer onto the other page. It also won't reactivate with water, and it will then be permanent right there, and you can actually write on top of it or do whatever you need to on top of it. And I'm using the stamp set as well. It's also got this cloud kind of outline with some of the various blue Creative Retreat pigment inks that I own, and then this stamp that I just absolutely couldn't wait to use. I'm using that with the gargoyle. It's like a gray color, deep gray color. Mine is a good 4 or 5 years old, so I'm quite surprised that it still works as well. So there you go, pigment inks by Creative Retreat. They really are good. And then I stamped down my little air balloon in the sort of coming out of that cluster of clouds on top of it, because I wanted it to be above the kind of storm, above the clouds, looking up at or keeping my eyes fixed on Jesus. I know that this month, 2 months, actually, let's call it 2023, has been challenge upon challenge upon challenge. And really, in my own understanding and in my own eyes, I have stood so many times this year not knowing which way's up and which way's down. And really, it is this kind of like the Israelites were crying, we don't know what to do. And then saying and declaring, our eyes are fixed upon you, is something that has gotten me through so many uncertainties in this year. And so if you're facing any uncertainties, I want to encourage you to work through this chapter and see the deliverance of the Lord. He really does make a way where there seems to be absolutely no way. I'm taking the tab that is on the sticker sheet and I'm putting it onto a piece of scrap paper, just because I don't want the sticky backing. I'm going to use it as a tab and then just cutting it out of that piece of scrap paper. You could have probably just powdered on the back. The cardboard on which these stickers are printed are pretty sturdy, so it would have stood up just fine. Just wanted to make extra sure. And then putting away my actual physical kit for now until the next video. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.